Hey everybody, welcome to PBM's Video Entertainment, and welcome back to another episode of Thomas & Friends Import Reviews. In this video, we're going to be talking about My First Thomas with Henry and Gordon. So, without further ado, let's jump into the history of My First Thomas with Henry and Gordon. So, My First Thomas with Henry and Gordon was originally released in Japan back in March 18th of 2009, distributed by Sony Creative Products Incorporated. Then on August 5th of 2010, it was finally released over in Australia, distributed by ABC for Kids. And now we got the history part out of the way, let's jump into my copies of My First Thomas with Henry and Gordon. Alrighty, we will now jump into my copies of My First Thomas with Henry and Gordon. So here we have, we're going to start off with the Japanese copy. So here it is. Gotta say, I really like the front poster art with this one. So here we have, of course, the Thomas Friends logo, Sony Creative Products Incorporated, and of course the text is all in Japanese. And here we have Henry and Gordon. This promo shot of Henry, this is a scene from Henry and the Flagpole, which is not on this release. And then here we have a promo shot of Gordon, this scene from Thomas and the Jet Engine, which that one's also not on this release. And here we have a promo shot. Basically, don't know who the illustrator is, but yeah. Here we have Gordon and Henry. Yeah, not sure who the illustrator is. I mean, I want to say he's probably Japanese, judging by the, by the style or something like that. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea, to be honest. Anyways, here we have Terrence and Trevor. Right here. This is a scene from Henry's Farce, which is definitely on this release. And here we have Thomas and Percy. This is a scene from Gordon and the Famous Visitor, which of course, that one's also on this release. DVD video logo, spine, and of course, the spine's pretty much sun-faded. I mean, I did a video where I showed off like 30 Japanese DVDs that I got from an eBay seller, and these were basically like, they used to be like in a Japanese video library or some sort. Anyways, here we have character profile of Henry and Gordon at the bottom. And then here's the back side. Here are the episodes. And I love how it shows like the characters. Like for example, the sad story of Henry. The characters that are on this episode. Here we have Henry, Thomas, Edward, and Gordon. Pretty cool. Yep. And new style hit logo. And for the audio, you can choose between Japanese or in English, which that's pretty cool. Here's all that copyright information, and here we have Henry and Gordon. And the DVD, it is Region 2. So for Thomas fans like over in UK or Europe that have, like if y'all have like a Region 2 disc player, or basically a Region 2 DVD player, this should work over in the UK and stuff like that. And here's the disc, squish our version of the front postcard, and we get some pretty nice inside artwork, which we will take a look right now. Here it is. Looks really, really nice. And here we have this side. Last but not least, here we have the Australian copy of My First Thomas with Henry and Gordon. So I got this in a DVD lot from Australia. I got this along with some of the other My First Thomas DVDs. I got the 5-disc set, and then the My First Thomas with the twin engines. So yeah. So here we have Thomas, Gordon, and Henry. And there's one thing that kind of like, that kind of disturbs me. like on the title it says like Henry, like feels like Gordon should be on this side and then Henry should be on the other side, so that way nobody's like confused, like, oh, that's Henry, that's Gordon. Well, no, this is Gordon, this is Henry, which I'm pretty sure all of us Thomas fans should all know that by now. Anyways, at the bottom here we have the Australian rating, which is rated G, an introduction to the world of Thomas, ABC for kids, and of course it's in a white handheld DVD case, or basically like a carry DVD case. Here's the spine and the back, and for the Japanese narrator, it is Leo Morimoto, and of course for both these titles, like for English dub, the narrators are Ringo Starr and Michael Angelis. Yeah. So here we have the episodes listed at the back. Same episodes, just like with the Japanese copy. And just a reminder, all of the Australian DVDs, they are region 4, so it'll only work on Australian DVD players, or of course region 4 DVD players, or of course if you have like a region free disc player like I do, then you should have no worries whatsoever. Anyways, here's the disc, squisher version of the front postcard. And now we're going to jump into the menu tour for My First Thomas with Henry and Gordon, starting off with the Japanese copy. Alright, we have now jumped into the menu tour for the Japanese DVD copy of My First Thomas with Henry and Gordon. So here we have play all episodes, and then here we have language selection. It's going to ask if you want to watch this release in Japanese or in English. And then here we have subtitles, so you could switch them off. You could do Japanese dub, I mean Japanese subtitles. Sorry about that. And here we have English subtitles. Now we'll jump onto the episodes. Here we have The Sad Story of Henry, Edward Gordon Henry, Off the Rails, Gordon and the Famous Visitor, Henry's Forest, Henry and the Elephant, A Better View for Gordon, and Gordon and Spencer. And that's it for the menu tour for the Japanese copy. Now we'll jump into the Australian copy. Alright, we have now jumped into the menu tour for the Australian DVD copy of My First Thomas with Henry and Gordon. So here we have play all episodes and episode selection. Let's go to that. So our episodes are basically same episodes basically. Here we have The Sad Story of Henry, Edward Gordon Henry, Off the Rails, Gordon and the Famous Visitor, Henry's Forest, Henry and the Elephant, A Better View for Gordon, and Gordon and Spencer. Yep. And of course, it has the narrators of Ringo Starr and Michael Angelis for this one. And of course, same thing if you do the English audio on the Japanese DVD copy. Anyways, now we got the menu tour done. Let's jump into my review and thoughts on My First Thomas with Henry and Gordon. So overall, do I recommend My First Thomas with Henry and Gordon? Same answer just like with every other... Basically, it's going to be the same answer just like with every other My First Thomas DVD that I'm reviewing and stuff like that. If Henry and or Gordon are your favorite engines, feel free to pick this one up. But of course, if these are not your favorite engines, then don't pick this up. Well, of course, Gordon's my favorite engine, so I would say definitely pick this one up. I mean, of course, I do like Henry for sure. Henry's definitely somewhere in my top 3 of my favorite engines. Actually, my top 3, let's see, number 1's Gordon, 2nd is James, and then 3rd is Henry. For my top 3 favorite Thomas engines, or my favorite Thomas characters from the main characters group, from the entire Thomas franchise and stuff like that, if y'all know what I mean. Anyways, that's gonna do it for me, everybody. See y'all next time. Bye.